3, 2, 1, go.
Oh wait, are we? Sorry, I thought. Wait, throw me over as in like introduce the run, or throw me over as in start the game, start the run. Sorry.
Just introduce yourself.
Okay, sorry. Hi, I'm
You're live is the important thing.
Gotcha,
You're
cool.
good.
I'm SunhatZhenya, and this is Cuphead All Bosses on Legacy Patch, which means that you're going to see some busted stuff on here. But so we're just going to start this off, make a new file here. I'm just going to say three. Are you ready to go for time?
Absolutely.
3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we're just going to spam through all the cutscenes, but basically Cuphead and his friend Mugman gambled away their souls on a game of craps, and they have to go now hunt down everyone else's souls on the Isles of Inkwell. Grandpa Tea Kettle there gives us some instructions, but we're too smart for that, so we don't really need it. So we're just going to head out to the map and talk to this apple out here on the bridge, who's going to give us 3 coins, because he used to adventure, but he doesn't really like to do it anymore. And then we're also going to do this Forest Folly stage, which is the only run and gun you'll see in this entire run, because normally this is not necessarily a necessity to complete this category. You could do all bosses without doing this, but well, this gives you the coinage to. Ooh, well, this stuff operates on a this stage operates almost on like a semi-global timer. Like, not everything is on it, but some of it is. So me missing that coin there is going to throw things a little bit, but I think we're past the worst of it. Oh, that hit there does mean that we can't try for Acorn Skip. That's fine, though. We just got to take it careful. I'm playing this way more. Ooh, yeah, boy, that was close. Yeah, we're just going to play this as cautious as possible because I really don't feel like dying as soon as I start this run. We are still going to dash under this, and dash over this, and jump here, dash there, and jump dash there. And that ends that stage. So we collected all 5 coins there because we need to get those to buy, because capitalism is a thing in the world of Inkwell Island. We need to go take these to Porky's place, or Porkrind's shop, that's what his name is. And we need to pick up our 2 weapons we will be using primarily through this game, which are the Lobber and the Reba. I can never remember what that one is called, but anyways, so what you're going to see here is a couple of weird shop glitches. You will see me buy the we'll find out what it's called right here. It's the roundabout. You'll see me buy that and exit the store on the same button press, and I can still buy that one as it's fading out. Currently, I'm spamming the Y button to open up this menu while Porkrind is telling us how to do these things. Sorry I'm talking so fast, there's a lot of stuff happening. Anyways, here is where you will be introduced to the weapon swap glitch. That is what makes this game so broken. So each weapon in this game has an internal cooldown, has like a fire rate, and the stronger a weapon is, the longer it takes to fire. So the Lobber and the roundabout do a lot of damage, but they take a long time to fire. The thing is, though, you can get around this. You can manually reset the fire rate timer by just swapping weapons. So that's what, if you look in the bottom of the corner, you can see me just swapping weapons really, really quickly, and that's what's happening here. And that just lets me output a ton of DPS at in a very quick amount of time. Well, I mean, that's a little bit redundant because that's what DPS means, but I digress. So yeah, this is the root pack. They're vegetables. I have to play this safe. There we go. Oh, that system sound should be off. Cool. And now we get to find out how good we did. Okay, there's another thing you need to know about this game's runs, and that's the way that the damage works in this game. And I'm going to sort of explain it on this next one. So each boss has a hard health. Each boss has most bosses actually have a hard health pool that's total, just like across all phases, but they also have a softer health pool, which is like, once you have dealt 300 damage to this boss, or whatever the number is, they will transition to the next phase. However, very few bosses can actually instantly transition to their next phase without ending the current attack that they're doing. So what you do is you do a ton of damage to someone in their first phase, and it will skip their second phase. And sometimes it will do different things that are way funnier than just skipping the second phase. This one's a little bit different because the third phase of it has a completely separate health pool from the first 2 stages. So that was the first stage there. This is the second stage that we just skipped over completely. Normally they would like throw some, like, normally one of them would turn into a fan, the other one would like start shooting planets at us, but we just skipped that entirely because we front loaded all the damage into the first phase before they could get a phase change off. And, oh good, snakes. Okay, I was really worried it was going to be tigers because I took a bad hit there. Oh. I'm going to shut up for a second while I do this. There we go. So that's Ribby and Croaks. Where was I? Oh yeah, no matter how much damage you do into the first one, in the first two phases, none of it carries over into the slot machine phase. So past a certain point, all you're doing is getting cards. Now, cards is another important mechanic that you have to know, because like in a game like I don't know, like the first thing that comes to mind is like Dark Souls or something. You will see a boss's health bar at all times, so you can tell exactly how much damage you're doing to it. Those numbers are obviously tracked internally, but that is not displayed to the user through any method except for cards. You get cards by doing damage to bosses. Cards are the way that we track damage being dealt to bosses, because you don't want to do, like... I'll explain this a little bit more in detail later, actually, when we get to a boss that actually relies on me paying attention to the cards. Okay. I think that's all the fast talking that I have to do. Anyways, this is Goopy Legrand. He's a blue blob. He's a blue blob. And he's dead already. Nice, that's not bad. Normally you want to be able to get past that first phase before he can lean back and do a punch move, but it's really whatever. It all kind of evens out in the end. But anyways, yeah, this is a game from last year by Studio MDHR, which is just... I don't know why I talked to him. I don't need to talk to him. Anyways, who wants to learn how to fly a plane? Hope you guys are quick readers, because we're about to find out right now. Are you done? Too bad. We know how to fly a plane now. And now we get to do the one stage on this game where where my mashing finger gets to take a break, because there is no mashing to be done on this stage, only two interesting damage boosts. There was a really cool glitch you can do with this, but it takes a lot of skill, and it takes a lot of skill that I do not have. I would recommend checking out some of the more seasoned runners at this game, like the Mexican runner, for example, is one of them, or Luigi. I can't. He's got numbers on his tag, but I can't actually remember them off the top of my head. Sorry, Luigi. But this is Hilda... I actually don't remember her name. Hilda something or other. No. What is your name? Anyways, we take damage here because then we can just shoot our rocket special when she's flying back. This does leave us a little bit vulnerable to taking any hits in the last phase. So if we get hit here, we just die and have to do it all over again. But I've been practicing this one a lot, so hopefully that doesn't happen. That tornado right there has caused me more deaths than anything else further on in this stage, so I think we should be good, but let's cross our fingers. Sorry about the mile-a-minute pace that I'm yelling at here. This game just kind of starts, and it takes a little while for it to cool down, because there's a lot of terminology you have to be introduced to right off the start. So the red ones fire when you go under them, the yellow ones fire like in front of you. And the laser is impenetrable, so you want to make sure you're firing a rocket when those things do happen. And there is... I don't even remember. Wow. So insensitive of me. I've killed this boss hundreds of times, but I cannot remember her name. I'm so heartless. Yeah, I actually took kind of a long break from this game to learn, Hildeberg, that's her name. Because I wanted to, I did want to learn other games because this was my first speed game, but also, this game is murder on your thumbs. This game feels stressful to watch go this fast. Yeah, it's... the first time I watched this, the first one that I watched was by the Mexican runner who I mentioned earlier. Okay. The flower crank that we see here is... It's not, like, abysmal that it's happening, but I would rather it not be happening, just because it's the attack most likely to cause me damage, and he did 2 of them. That's unlucky. It's okay, though. We got through that phase. We're only taking a little bit of damage. Please die. There we go. And that's Island 1. This game is timed loadless, so I have to do some mental math when it comes to actually... I have to do some mental math when it comes to exactly what my times are, because this is... RTA is a foreign thing for this game, because the load times vary so greatly based on... based on, you know, computer power. I would run this game on my laptop for a little... I used to run this game on my laptop sometimes, because it was a little bit easier to get to than it was at my desktop. And, like, I would notice that, like, double or triple the loading times I'd get on this computer that I have put money into. Anyways, how's your day going, bro? How's your day going, Pluff? Pluff? Hello?
Good day for us. Well done. Now go.
Alright, well, this is one of the things where I have to pay attention to the cards. I cannot get above 1.5 cards of damage on that first stage. This stage, now we just go all out and just pray that he does not come over too early. Got him. Okay. So that overloaded his second damage phase, and the boss doesn't know what to do. The boss does not have a backup plan for transitioning from the first to the third stage. Okay, I'm going to shut up for a second because I need to take this a little bit seriously. Because I am at 1 health very early on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Beppy is really scary because it's just kind of like playing dodgeball for the rest of it. So now we are going to learn why I have to mash for the rest of the game in the playing stages. Because now we get to go pick up bombs. This is when I talk to this little nerdling. Because he gives us bombs. And we can do almost the exact same thing. It is still a weapon swap glitch. But it is a slightly different one because you have to like sort of do it a little bit rhythmically. But this is Jimmy. We're looking for cats here. That's fine. It's not what I'd prefer, but I'll take it. So there is a little area in the back here where Jimmy takes damage even when he's not on screen. Like the damage you deal to his little totem things here is damaging him, but you can see my cards going up a little bit in the background. You can sort of, if you listen closer, you can hear the sound of something hitting something. And so now we are going to fight this, and I think I did it correctly. So that means that this boss is trapped in this form. And I need to be careful, because I just took a lot of damage. I'm just going to stay up here, actually. Wow, okay,
This will get red hot.
well, that was rough. That happens, though, sometimes. I just stuck a little bit too close for too long on that part, and got really unlucky, because there are 2 speeds of Ghost that normally come out of there, and where did that cup come from? Whatever. There are 2 speeds of Ghost that normally come out of there, and sometimes a third one. But the third one is much rarer than the other 2, but the third one is like lightning fast, and if you do not like kill it instantly, you will take damage from it. Oh, I do not like this. Oh, going into the second, I'm kind of hopeful that I don't actually get the glitch that locks him into his sarcophagus phase here. I don't think I did enough damage to do it, so yeah, okay, good. Let's just hope that I don't die here. And we're hoping not to die anywhere, but like, we've already died once, so the seal is broken. This is not a perfect run. Just gonna nuke you. Okay, we got there. Oh, we got there eventually, so I'll take it. But yeah, normally what happened the first time is that I was able to lock him in the sarcophagus phase by just doing a bunch of damage to him in the totem phase. But it happens. Sometimes you die there. That was actually one of my non-problem areas when I've been practicing this game. So maybe that means that I'll just get through all my problem areas, no problem. This is Baroness Bonbon. She can send out 5 guys. We do not want to see Candy Corn, and we do not want to see Muffin Man. There are 5 mini-bosses total, but she only sends out 3. We are just praying for no Candy Corn and no Muffin Man. Well, Alright, come on. Just no candy corn. Give me a gumball. Give me a... Yeah, there we go. That's a gumball. Oh. Shooting again. Now, if we do all this damage to her before she can throw her head, she will just die, but we didn't get it. It's fine, though. There we go. No floor glitch, sadly. I didn't do a good enough job to do floor glitch. If you do a ton of damage to her before she throws her head, she will just pop like a grape, and the floor will slide back, but it will just show an inky blackness beneath, and it's very funny. But that's not my favorite glitch in this run. My favorite glitch in this run was on Island 3. Up next we have Wally Warbles, who... he's a bird.
A great slam and then some. It's on.
We're going to try and play this safe. He throws out eggs here, and we avoid them. Sometimes he does bullets. Avoid those too. I mean, obviously avoid everything, but... let's just nuke. Oh yeah, Swoo. Softlock Hollow is what lost. Softlock Hollow is what lost you your PB, right? Your sub 30 time. All right, let's get this done. You know what? He's going right though, so I can't really complain about him doing that to me. When his heart comes out of his chest, I can't actually damage him. There we go. Oh, Jordan, Breakfast, if you hated watching the, if you hated the robot, you were gonna love how the robot turns out in this run. Alright, now we just go back here, sneak around back behind the cavern, or behind the big mountain, and now we go fight Grim Matchstick. And this is another fight where I have to keep track of the cards. I cannot get above 3.5 cards on this stage. Or I cannot get above 3.5 cards within the first 2 phases. If I do, he will... Yeah, that's the thing you can do. That's actually intentional. One of the... Like, the little lollipop girl who's playing right outside of Grim Matchstick's zone, he'll just, like... She will just be like, there's a shortcut around here, but I don't know where it is. And then that's the shortcut. And if you talk to her after finding that shortcut, you get a coin. Anyway, so now we can just go ham on damage. I don't like the fact that I took that hit there, but whatever. Let's just damage you on the incoming. There we go. So now Grim Matchstick is just chilling over here, off screen. And we get his snoot. And there's Grim Matchstick. That's Island 2 down. That snoot's been booped. Yeah, I mean, I can do Phase 3, but it's not easy. I've only pulled it off, like, with Weapon Swap Glitch, like, twice. Technically, you can, like, hang behind their heads, because there's no damage zone behind their heads, but it's really difficult to keep up with the clouds in front. Anyways, we're on to Island 3 now. Cuphead, the game where every boss... Yeah, that's true. But this speedrun is nothing but catharsis. Because you just get to see, wow, you got... This boss took me 50 billion tries, and these bosses took me 50 billion tries when I first played this game. I'm not going to act like I'm superior, but it is fun to just see these guys get, like, absolutely slaughtered in seconds. Yep. I don't like taking a hit there, but that's fine. Okay, Okay, triangles. Oh! Oh, I actually got that. Wow. She turns into a point at the top of the screen if you kill her quickly enough. I was very surprised. I did not feel like I got enough damage off in the first two phases there. Especially because the well, I mean, you really can't get an excess of damage done in the first phase because as soon as you deal enough damage to kill, yeah, I got plane skip. As soon as you deal enough damage to kill the policeman bee, he will immediately become untargetable, unhittable, invulnerable. So the only time you can overload Rumor Honey Bottoms in that phase. Okay, actually, I'm gonna shut up for a quick second because this is a very difficult. This is a pretty difficult trick. It's for me at least. So. Come on. There we go. We just need the heart to go black. Wow! Okay, I died. That's very sad.
Here's a real high-class belt. You're up.
Fine, we'll go to second try. If we take damage like that, we win. That's also very unfortunate. Third time, though. Third time is always the charm, as always. Well, God! Even when everything else is going fine, I can't seem to...
Here's a real high-class belt. Here goes.
Sorry about all the resets happening on this one. I'm not normally quite this inconsistent on it. I practiced. I definitely spent the most time on getting this stage. This stage, you know, actually. And I'm sorry. I'm choking very hard on this. I might have to take the way out of this where I don't actually fight the devil at the end. I practice this so much. There we go. Jesus Christus. For some reason, the last hit on his heart does a bajillion damage, and if you hit him with all of your with your spread bomb at this, if you hit him with all hits of your spread bomb at the exact same time, they all do a bajillion damage and just kill the boss instantly. Also, has anyone seen Ploff? Oh, hi, Ploff. Ploff's in chat.
Oh, hi. Yes, I'm here.
Hi. Welcome back.
Did I... Did
What?
you call on me when I was going to the bathroom?
Yeah. I was like, hey, so hey, Ploff, how's your day
I'm very
going?
sorry.
It's okay.
Mine is going well.
That's good. This is the only boss in my casual playthrough that never gave me any trouble. I got this boss done on the first try. Not to brag or anything, because the rest of this game did take me about 12 hours, but this one was the only one that I was able to clear on my first try. Alright. Oh, no mouse drops. That's good. Normally she has a really annoying attack there with mice, but we managed to do enough damage that she didn't. We're trying to do enough damage to her that she does not summon the... Ah, dang it. Where am I at on time, by the way?
It is 24 minutes and 16 seconds into the run, RTM.
24 minutes. And my estimate's 35. Okay. I might have to give the devil the soul contract so that I don't overstay my time. Which would be unfortunate, because then it's an any percent run.
It's okay if you go a little bit over estimate.
Okay. We'll call it.
We're ahead of schedule, so.
Yeah, we'll call it when we get there.
This match will get red hot. And begin.
Yeah, this split is on my live split. I named this split Jerry is here, which is based off of one of my favorite Tumblr posts of all time. Which is it's a bit of a long story, so I'm not going to explain the whole thing, but I would recommend highly just Googling Jerry is here, because that will turn up a tweet for it. Yeah, it's the reference to the dad from Rick and Morty. That's correct, Breakfast. You got it in one. There we go. Okay. There's one more part in this fight, or there's one more fight in this game that I'm a little bit nervous about, but the rest of them, more like Roch and Morty. Ploff, is that anything?
You know, Roch and Morty is actually my favorite spin-off of Rick and Morty.
Perfect. It's all about garbage plates.
It's all about Rick's other uncle, Roch, who owns a... Oh, man.
You got this, come on, stick the landing!
Easy.
Oh my god, I got very bad RNG there. Hopefully we just very hopefully we don't take another hit. And, oh, we got Shark Puppies. That's bad luck. Shark Puppies take the longest, and it allows me to do the least damage to the actual boss, because it doesn't let me stay up close and personal, and I can't do any damage from range. And he's going to get that out again. I have to stay very far back, because otherwise he will kill me with that, because I am on 1 health. Okay, good. They're Shark Puppies. There we go. Woo! I got some very bad RNG in that first bit.
Easy every time.
What's that?
Easy every time.
Easy. I'm telling you, Ploff, that's free. It's free every time. Oh yeah, I mean automatic parry is definitely best for the boss, but we don't have an excess of gold that would allow us. We don't have an excess of gold that would allow us to pick up the free parry, and the only way to get more gold would be to spend more time than it's worth really on spend more time than it's worth on another run and gun stage.
You're up.
But if you're doing it casually, then yeah, definitely get that auto parry on lock. This boss is so much. I like this boss so much better in current patch. Mainly for one of the reasons being that you sometimes the redfish will shoot bolts that are parryable, and it does not shoot any parryable parryable bolts in this one. No soft blocking. No soft blocking. We're good. She does look like Betty Boop. You're right. And now she doesn't have a head. Oh, we're... Oh, wow! I'm sad. I'm very sad about that.
That was really close.
Yeah, I've been practicing. I spent like maybe... I don't know... 5-6 hours on this game in the last like week or so, just making sure that I have this thing marathon ready, and I have not died to her once. So that's a bit of a bummer.
Marathon luck strikes again.
Well, I mean, you say that, but also the last time I ran this game in a marathon, I had a PB by like a minute and a half, and it was my first deathless run of this game. And you were there for that.
I'm looking forward. Yeah. That's awesome.
Game's finished adequately.
I'm looking forward to somebody getting a PB during the Project Base race. It's gonna happen.
God, that took forever. Finish it. Yeah, another thing that I really like about this, about that boss, is that, like, they animated, like, belly rolls on a character, which is a really nice thing, because, like, as someone who is kind of, who has a belly herself, like, the way that her belly moves is very accurate to how mine moves if I danced like that.
It's good. Soft tummies are very good. Pass it on.
This is canonically accurate.
This match will get red hot. It's on.
Also super easy. Yeah, it is in the speed run, absolutely. I always mess up and call this boss Spirit Tracks, which it is not. It's definitely not the name.
Isn't Spirit Tracks like a real thing that existed in the world?
It's the Zelda game.
Yeah, that thing.
Ooh, I've actually never done that. I actually killed that boss while I was like bouncing with invulnerability.
Nice.
I mean, I do not purport to know the sexuality of the Phantom Express, and that's for the Phantom Express to decide.
Absolutely.
I'm responding to chat.
Yes.
Okay.
I have an eye on chat.
I figured you. That makes sense that you would. Those, I actually have no idea what those things are supposed to be. Pluff, do you have any idea what those things could be? Those things from the last phase with like that were bouncing up and down like lollipops on sticks?
They're just like...
Oh, I've never done that before. I've never actually one cycle killed him.
Nice. It's like if you took a frying pan and made it really angry. That's what.
What does that have to do with trains?
I mean, maybe there's a dining service and they were cooking and they had 2 frying pans and the frying pans had some chemical X and turned into giant lollipops. Like,
I can't argue with that logic, folks. Evil stops. Yeah, that's probably about. I like evil stop sign.
Evil stop sign is very strong.
No. Pluff, read the chat.
What?
It's not an evil stop sign.
It's an evil stop sign.
Yes.
As has been demonstrated so many times, I cannot read. I've never.
Well, to be fair, that required you misreading something, so. Oh yeah, I don't like to look at that stop sign. Oh yeah, but how about the yelled one right next to it? Anyways, this is King Dice. We go for, at least as far as I'm aware, the community at large goes for bosses number 3, 4, and 9. 9 has the funniest glitch in the game to me, because you just make a boss run away from Cuphead in pure unbridled fear, because there is nothing else to feel when Cuphead is coming for you. He's got a fistful of bullets and a head full of empty.
Don't think I didn't catch what that sentence was a reference to. Don't think I didn't notice.
I would hope that you would.
I won't say. Let chat figure it out.
Why is Swoos sleeping on me? What the heck?
You know, smoking's bad for you.
I love this one if you get 2 roundabout specials going, because it just gets this boss just gets nuked instantly if you get 2 roundabout specials going. Poker chips are better, but like poker chips are better, but I have to do those on current patch too, and I don't like doing them. Poker chips just causes a lot of stress in my life. Cigar is very easy. 1, 2, 3. Now let's hope I get this boss on first. Let's hope I get this one on first try.
Easy every time.
The drinks were bad. I actually never beat the drinks until very recently. Like, I never touched them in speedrunning. Anyways, keep a close eye on this one. Oh, right on the fringe of getting it. I think that's it. And the monkey runs away in fear. We win by default. Or by forfeit, or whatever.
That's a very funny glitch.
I know. He's so scared. He just does that.
He just sort of giggles away. He's got better things to do.
Oh yeah, all bosses
The
do not
absolute
include all
menace
the
that
dice
is
bosses. God, this category would be miserable if it did.
Yeah.
Maybe
You wanna
Hater
see
Percent
some-
has that.
Yeah, I think Hater Percent does. I was about to
Yeah,
say. if you
Hater
wanna see
Percent
something
is a
really difficult-
relatively new category in this game, which involves you doing everything. You have to 200% the game, which means you beat the game on regular and then on expert, and then you have to do it with only the pea shooter and not getting hit once and getting the A pluses on everything.
Yeah, like all the parries, all of the like, never getting hit.
Yep, it's just and it's called Hated Percent because people will jump into the comments of popular Cuphead speedruns and just saying, "Oh, this is so easy when you do it like this or like that, but it's not really that hard." And then this is just like to shut. It's the percentage to shut the haters up, and it takes about an hour and a half to do. Well, the world record's about an hour and a half. Me, it would probably take like 2.5. Anyways,
There's
we're not.
nothing left to hate.
Yep. Alright. So now we're going to fight the devil. Because we have decided not to give him all of the soul contracts that we have assembled. Ooh, that was close. I risked it for the biscuit there, folks. Ah, Spider. Spider isn't like dangerous or anything. You just cannot do very much damage to it because see how little time it actually spends in like an area that I can hit.
I think Spider is the slowest.
Yeah, it
if
is.
I remember correctly.
Dragon's the quickest, Spider's the slowest, and then everything in between is well in between. This is the last boss in the run, by the way. I'm sure you're aware, but this is the last boss in the run, so we are coming up on time to try to botch this.
Yes, I am familiar with the timing rules for Cuphead, unlike most of the games I'm restreaming today. If you could still call it, though, that would be helpful.
Will do.
Okay.
We're a little bit scared in this. This third phase is always the scariest for me. Because sometimes you can just get a chip dropped on you while you're in the middle of jumping.
Here's a real high-class cup. Here goes.
But you can also, those platforms can, Spider first again. Please just give me, this can do anywhere between 2 and 5 drops, I think, and I think I got 5 last time. Am I gonna get 5 this time? Wow! Oh, that's unlucky. In addition to dying, I had the longest... Okay, well, we're going into this last phase with only 1 health, and I'm not very confident about myself here. But let's see if I can clutch it out. The axe just makes me so nervous, even though I know it literally never hits in the pattern where I'm jumping. I lied, it did hit that once, I shouldn't have said anything. I've literally never been hit by that axe on that platform before.
So, third time's the charm.
What's my time?
37:48. You're fine.
Oh, and I got the worst pattern of this, too. And Spider, again. Jesus. No way. Okay, Jiminy Christmas. If we got a 3-5 spiders? My finger hurts. Let's get this one done, so my finger can have a nice rest. Okay. I haven't gotten any bombs out of this for free parries, and no dragons either. I cannot believe that actually hit me.
Here's a real high-class.
That was very close.
Now go.
This game is really, really hard. Even getting deathless runs in this game is very difficult.
I've only done it once ever.
I got to like the bird guy, you know, what was his name, Wally?
Wally Warbles, yep.
I like that guy. And then just could not beat him.
Oh, we got dragon on this one at least. small comfort.
I really, really like this devil design, just like
It's-
visually.
Yeah, he's a fuzzy devil.
Yeah. I love how cartoonish he is.
Can I get a bomb one time? Okay, I do like that. Oh, wow, that means that if I had done, like, 2 more damage to him in the last phase, I would have soft-locked. If I had soft-locked, I straight up would have cried.
I think a devil softlock is an acceptable way.
Holy crap!
Good day for a swell battle. And begin.
If I don't get it on this attempt, I think I'm just gonna back out and go for the any % ending.
That's fine. It's a difficult game. There's no shame.
Time.
Nice. First try, easy every time.
What that put me at?
4105 RTA.
Well,
Hey,
we got
we
there.
made it to the end of the run. We showed off with some great games. We raised money for charity. That's what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you so much for coming and doing Cuphead for us. It was awesome.
yeah, thanks for having me. It was a blast.
If there's anything else you'd like to say, here's your opportunity before I take us back to the BRB screen.
Nah, I've got. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I'll be on Monday. I'll be on again on Sunday. For Mega Man at like 5.
All right.
All right.
And with that, we are going to be taking it over to Alchemast with Perfect Dark Any %.